Okay, so title of this video is Drunk Guy. We were doing our memorial ride for my friend Kelly, and on the last video you'll see where it ended. Kind of, we were right in the middle of downtown Brookville, Indiana, and we had to pull off because there was this very large motorcycle ride coming through. And so we pulled off, and at the beginning of this video, you've seen this drunk guy kind of stumble into the picture, and then a red motorcycle almost hit him. He slammed on his brakes, and his bike kind of took a little bit of a twist in the rear there. But everybody was swerving around this guy, and you'll see now that he's standing on the curb, and he makes a lot of hand gestures, and like right there, he's cocking his gun, and he's shooting it right there at these guys coming by. Obviously it's air motions there, but and he keeps trying to go out into the street. And these guys, again, they got their eye on him as he's drunk. We didn't know at the time that he was like, he's just drunk. And he just wanted to walk out and get in the middle of this thing. And right about now, we're trying to think. Well, I'm thinking, well, maybe I need to get off my bike here, because I got a friend on the back, and then my friend pulls up here on his bike, and that's when we've already kind of decided. Well, he decided, and my friend on the back decided that they were going to go up to this guy and try to get him out of the street before he causes a big accident with all these bikes. I mean, there's probably at least 300 or 400 of them, and he's going to cause a problem. I kind of stand back. I had at one point turned my wheel to try to get all this on the camera. So he had been picking I guess fake flowers out of the city flower pots and throwing them in the street, and all kinds of things. See those bikes there? They just decided they had to stop because this guy. And so now my one friend is trying to keep him from going in the street. He at some point here, he decided that he was going to reach in his pockets, and I got a little nervous, but he was actually just pulling out all of his cards and his wallet and slamming it on the ground, and so I'd kind of gotten off the bike right around that time, and I'm just kind of like standing. It's probably coming up here in a minute, but I got my eye on him down here. And then my one friend comes back and tells me I need to call the police, and so I inevitably will get on the cell phone and call the police. And while I'm trying to do that, I end up walking down the street and kind of giving my other friend some backup here. But there's a lot of this that is cut out from a certain point, because it's about a 16-minute video originally, so I cut out a lot of stuff because he ends up being down on the very, very far corner, and you can't hardly see nothing. So I wanted to kind of cut out a little bit, and I know at the very end, I want to say like the last 2 minutes, you'll kind of hear a little bit of conversation if you pay attention of my friend Jonathan, talking about what this guy is saying and what he's trying to do, and so it's very hard to see what's going on, but I know he's standing there in between him and the road to try to keep him from going in the road. So I mean, I'm kind of waiting for the video to progress, and I'll tell you exactly what's going on. Okay, so I think this is where my one friend's coming back. She's in the yellow shirt, and she's telling me to call the police. So I got my phone, and I'm trying to look up the Brookville, Indiana Police Department. I didn't want to call 911 or anything like that, but so just taking my helmet off, and then I ended up actually starting to walk down the street here. See, at this point you can tell, you can't really see him down there. Down by that light pole, you can't really see what's going on. I actually, probably here in the next minute or so, the video will cut, and it'll be at some point after the police car actually comes by, and then we'll cut the video and then go back to the very end where my friend Jonathan and everybody was talking about what was going on there. You'll also see some, in that last part, you'll see we had some city maintenance guys pull up behind us because, as you can see, our bikes are kind of almost in the road and not all the way off to the side. And they had their flashers on to make sure the cars went by. They didn't hit our bike, because as you can see, this progression here, these bikes are still going by. This is my other friend, Lynn. I can't remember exactly why he was running up, but he ends up coming back, and he sees the police car and tells him where we're at. As you can tell, you can't hardly see what's going on down there right now, but bikes are still going by, and he'll be making his way back here in a minute. He's not gone long. So now he'll come back and stand there for a second, and then the police will finally show up, and then this first part of the video here we'll take a cut, and then I'll stop talking and you will listen to what Jonathan is saying and everybody's saying, because it is kind of low, with all the background noise in the video. It was just a crazy about 20 or 30 minutes here. So he already seen the cop, and he's going to tell the cop where to go. So he goes up there and blares his little siren, and then we'll take a cut, and I'm going to be quiet now and let you guys finish listening to this video.